and you have an art director working there. Let's say it's a Macmillan or Penguin or Abrams or like many other Orbit, whatever. And that art director or creative director is in charge of connecting everyone. So they are talking to the writer, to the editor, put together a brief, usually like a creative direction they want to go. And then they discuss with their team what illustrator they want to hire for this cover. So that's where they already send me the brief. And if I have time and everything else is good, then I work with our director or creative director. It's like interchangeable. And that person pretty much works as a translator for everyone to come together in like the same territory.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Untitled Work In podcast. I am your co-host, Darcy.
I'm Lauren.
And for today's guest, we have Sasha Vinogradova, who is a renowned book cover designer, as well as an Emmy-nominated senior art director. Some of her cover designs include Victoria Aveyard's Realm Breaker, Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli, and Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Bashadorst, and dozens more. Sasha's currently residing in Nashville, where she continues to work with studios, publishers, and creative teams across the country.
Do we count as a creative team?
Ooh, do we?
Absolutely.
Yes, we made it.
Guys, like creative when you're a team.
Exactly.
Well, Sasha, it is so exciting to have you here. We have been pumped for this little interview podcast episode for a while now. So
I'm very excited too. It's like, my favorite thing to talk about books.
Yeah.
Like my husband is done. He's like, please stop.
Perfect.
No
we can bring
more.
all the book knowledge here and just let loose.
Perfect. This is exactly what we want. So I guess to start us off and to really kick us with the conversation going, Sasha, if you want, can you explain a little bit to our listeners what cover design is and maybe some of like the misconceptions people have about book cover artists?
Yeah. So you guys, I heard a couple of your podcasts. Really great job.
Oh,
And
thanks. Thank you.
you were discussing on previous one indie versus traditional, right? The publishing house. So I work on traditional side mostly, and one of the I feel like misconceptions, maybe not misconceptions, just like lack of information a little bit, is the traditional side, how it works. And how many people actually involved in cover making. That like I'm a book cover illustrator, so I am usually only responsible for image creation. I do, like, for example, actual type maybe only like 20% of the time.
Oh, wow.
So you have publishing houses, right? And you have an art director working there. Let's say it's a Macmillan or Penguin or Abrams or like many other Orbit, whatever. And that art director or creative director is in charge of connecting everyone. So they are talking to the writer, to the editor. They put together a brief, usually like a creative direction they want to go.
Nice.
And then they discuss with their team what illustrator they want to hire for this cover. So that's where they already send me the brief. And if I have time and everything else is good, then I work with our director or creative director. It's like interchangeable. And that person pretty much works as a translator for everyone to come together in like the same territory. And there's so much involved also, like even when the book is already done, they usually take the art. They sometimes I do the jacket. Like, for example, one of the things about traditional, right? You have so many, you have paperback could be one design. You have the hardcover, could be
Yeah.
another design. Hardcover also like
Yeah.
has a sleeve, has like the actual book
Yeah.
inside. You have audio book, which is different format. You have motion, which is usually
yeah.
goes for all the like social and stuff. So that art director connects all the dots.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I guess it's not misconception. It's just how tiered it is.
Yeah, that's super helpful though to know, because I think for some people, indie versus trad, like, or if you're new to trad or you're at a certain level in trad that's not maybe at one of the majors, like this is also really handy to have information wise, just so that they can take that to whoever they go to and say, hey, like maybe I am, as the author, I am the art director for this project, but I know I need to have X, Y, and Z files because this is what we've, talked about and shared.
Yeah, and I feel like what's good about publishing houses, they help writers and editors to get to where they should be. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping a little
No, you're
ahead.
good.
I
That's
saw that
okay.
one of the questions was the difference working with traditional and indie. Like, I, for example, do not work with indie. I used to, but what art director does and what publishing house does, it's so much like just translation. Because when you have a writer coming in, they have this, big idea of what they
Yeah.
want. So, for example, working with publishing house versus
Yeah.
indie and the like writer, like,
Yeah.
like I stopped working with writers because it, they have such like either too many directions in their head or like
Yeah.
very strong direction which does not fit. I'm not saying always,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And what traditional like publishing houses do, I
Yeah.
think they do this work to like
Yeah.
really I don't want to say push writers in one direction. Like writers
Oh.
have lots of say in the cover design. They are final
Yeah.
approval. So like it's not like they will just, hey, this is what we're doing and that's it. No.
Good luck.
But they, I think, will work with them to get them into like what will sell, like what will be the right
Okay.
direction in
Okay.
terms of the cover. And I'm just not ready to do all that work. I rather
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
with with an art director or
Yeah.
creative director.
Yeah. Someone who knows like what the art or like what the author actually wants. It's like whenever you have a client and they come to you and they're like, I just want it to be amazing. And you're like, great. What does that mean specifically? And it's like, I think for indie authors, which is good to know just in general for our listeners, is that like if you're an indie author and you're going to a cover designer, having a clear vision, I don't know if would you say that having like art inspiration or mock-ups or design, does that help you? Is that what something an art director from a trad publishing house brings you?
Absolutely. Like you want to have like what do you want? Like like it 100% helps when the writer or like the art director, creative director comes to me with an idea. Sometimes they come with like, hey, this is just a synopsis. Do you, which is cool too, but it always helps
Nice.
to have a direction.
Yeah.
But also I would say um, to be kind of open and to be like trusting your designer,
Yeah.
especially if if it's someone who done this before.
Yes.
I feel like from the design standpoint, the hardest thing is to like hit the balance right, where you want cover to be recognizable, like recognizable in a way that it immediately tells reader what's it about, what's the genre. Well, like often, especially when you do not do work of like what's the Goodreads review on that, you just want to take a look at the cover and be like, oh yeah, okay, that is my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But on another hand, so you want to signal your target audience that, hey, I'm here for you guys.
Yeah.
But on another, you want to stand out, right? You want to look recognizable. So from design perspective, the hardest thing is to hit that balance where it's clear, but also it stands out. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and I
I
imagine authors need to like trust the graphic designer that they're going to, because they may come in and say, I want something that looks like this, this, and this. And then the graphic designer is, I mean, as a graphic designer, be that being your profession or any graphic designer's profession, it's something where it's like you can look at something or take the feedback or the thoughts from the author and be like, I know this is not going to work the way you think it will. So this is the guy, like guiding through that process, which I imagine
Yeah.
is a lot easier having an art director who already knows how to communicate those specific things
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. So, I mean, to advice to the writer, find someone you like and someone you respect. So, you feel like your vision matches with their vision,
Yeah.
and from there, just trust them.
Yeah.
So, and also, it's like right now is such an interesting moment with
Mm.
AI also. I feel like
Yeah.
yeah.
trends in like book covers will be changing quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
For
I didn't
also
even think about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, well, kind of going off of what you said about finding somebody that you trust and everything to create this design with you, what are some important questions that authors should be asking designers before they
Yeah.
decide to go into a contract with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like portfolio your biggest helper. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
take a look at the portfolio, see if you
Mhm.
see other work which you look at it and you're like, oh, I want something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And important things also, you want to be clear about number of rounds, number of revisions. Usually,
Mhm.
when you work with a designer, they will give you like, "Hey, um, I'll. This is the price." Some people work hourly, sometimes, but like for example, like I'm a freelancer, right? And with my like studio clients, I work by daily rate. With my
Mhm.
book clients, I work with a set fee.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So, but with that set fee, I'm providing three sketches, minimum of three sketches. Provide a round of on 2 rounds of revision on the sketches, then render and
Mhm.
up to 2 rounds on that final. Anything above that, it means I will charge you extra, which I usually try not to do. And actually, book cover industry is fantastic. People are so lovely, so understanding. Like I do design not only for books but other things, and I feel like book cover community, like just publishing house community, is so lovely. People usually like worked in this for really long time. Everyone know everyone, and so if someone, if sometimes you have to go a little bit over, you do. And sometimes what I love, which is crazy to me, those are my only clients who would stretch some request and be like, hey, and this is
Mm.
additional money
Yeah.
for all those revisions, so I don't have to ask. And this is so lovely.
Mm.
So
Mm,
great community.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
That's
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like film people,
No,
you
go
know
ahead.
the other side,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Film people have a lot of
Yeah.
notes. A lot. That's why we like doing this podcast. We have
Yeah,
very few notes for ourselves.
yeah. We're all a little traumatized. So when you go into like
Cool.
healthy community, healthy
Yeah.
environment, you're like, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
so
No.
nice.
It's
What a breath of
professional but
fresh air.
calm. No one's screaming at me that it was supposed to be done yesterday. I have a normal deadline.
Deadlines are nice too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, what do you think is a reasonable timeline for an author to give a graphic designer artist? And I know this will vary artist to artist, but if a author is like, "Oh, I want a custom, I want a custom book cover," how much time should they give an artist, or how much runway do they need before they go to launch it? Like they probably shouldn't be doing it a month before launch. So,
Probably not. I usually like to have at least 2 months. I like
Okay.
if things are in rush, things can be done fast, especially when someone has a clear vision of what they want. But usually it's about like with publishing houses, it's usually 2 months, but partially because there are so many parties involved. So there are lots of lots of not revisions but approvals. So I would,
Sure.
for example, someone comes in, I have a brief, I'm ready to go. Usually it's like 2 weeks for sketches.
Okay.
Then I send it. It could be immediate feedback. It could be like up to a month of like just
Oh,
nothing.
wow.
Yeah.
Hello, did you forget about me?
I'm here.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, this is the process.
Okay.
And then they come back and there's like another like, hey, in 2 weeks can we have final? So, and
Okay.
also sometimes what I like about them, they not all of them, but some of them have a testing round where they actually product
Yeah.
test the cover.
Nice. Nice.
So that's also very interesting
That's
information.
cool.
Do you know anything about that process at all? Like if an indie author wanted to do that, would you have any tips or advice for it?
I honestly like that. That's why I love working with publishing houses. You kind of actually learn about that side, not not about the process, but like you have two final covers, and they pick one based on
Okay.
that process. So you're like,
Okay.
oh, this one interesting. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard
Yeah.
other authors share that as well, that they've done product testing with a few. I think that the ones that they did, they were more of nonfiction. And so they were like, self-help or whatever, and they would have like 3, 4 options. And the one that everybody liked, the author hated, but the author went with it because he was like, that's what people want. And I'm
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
to sit here and say, no, it's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
I also feel like so it's also interesting from like what's your where do you sell, like because like if it's mostly digital, you know that people will see it on Instagram or small
Yeah.
font format. That's only
Yeah.
way. But if it's actually like some hardcover situation, and people have a chance to
Yeah.
touch it and like have it physically in the store, that's also like a different story, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
For sure.
If you could give authors a list of a few things to like have when they go to a book cover designer, like if they've gone through the whole process of like looking at the portfolio, having good conversation, good expectations are set, what would be really helpful for graphic designers? I know you come from the traditional side of publishing, but what are some things that maybe they give you that you're like, this is great?
I mean, you for sure want your title to be approved. 100%.
Good start.
Yes. I mean, you want to know if it's a paperback or if it's a hardcover,
Okay.
because
Okay.
hardcover is a different sleeve situation than paperback. Um, um, just having synopsis. So don't. I
Yeah.
mean, send the manuscript. I personally love reading books, which haven't been published yet.
Got the
It's
inside track.
Yeah.
it's like best thing, especially when when you start working on something and then you read it and you're like, oh my god, this is good.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to have a synopsis, so like just a paragraph of like what's happening. You want to get like your maybe main character descriptions, even if like they're not involved into that. It's still good to know.
Yeah.
You want to include your market competitors. Like, what is your
Okay.
like what do you think is your main competition, or
Nice.
like
Okay.
what's like your genre looks like bestsellers in that degree. You want to include your personal favorites, like, hey, those covers I think is gorgeous, and that will help to figure out like what's your aesthetic, so you can connect better. And
Yeah.
then also you want to
Nice.
include maybe some references of just generally, hey, this is the world, this is how it feels. Yeah, and stuff which goes on the cover, just like, yeah, your name, maybe a quote, because usually like that's also important stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's
Nice,
great.
yeah.
That's super helpful for
That's-
people to know.
Yeah. Because I know as like somebody who's never done it before gotten like a cover design by somebody else, I wouldn't have known where to start. I would have been like, purple. Like, purple, pretty.
Important, which is also important, but you also want to be like, I personally like purple, or like purple. I feel like if I go with purple, it will stand out with my competitors because did you notice there are not too many purple covers?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I often like, for example, get a request of like, hey, no black backgrounds. Like right now, market is oversaturated on black. We want to stand
Interesting.
out. Let's not do black. Or opposite.
Huh.
They're like, hey, we want black because everything in that particular genre is white, though it's never
Yeah.
white. It's
Never white.
It's never white.
Oh my gosh. Are there any books that you're working on now that you can say that you really, really like that haven't come out yet? Or any that you've worked on this past year, if you can't say anything right now?
I need to take a look at my list.
No. Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I was just curious since you said you get to like get the inside scoop on some of these books. So
So you know, the name change of the book. I actually just did a cover for Janine Frost. It was different name. Right now,
Okay.
it's book something about beasts because again, changed.
Yeah.
Curse. A Curse of Beast and Magic. Like I actually read that one. I was like, this is good. This is good.
Hey,
And I keep reading.
nice.
I keep checking Goodreads because you know that's when you kind of know. But so far it's just like 9 reviews. It means it did not come out
Okay.
yet properly.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's all just
Gotcha.
like people getting arcs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
cool.
cool.
Well, I mean, it's always fun when you have someone in the industry who's also like, this is one of my favorites, or I really like this one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Gotta add to my TBR.
Yeah. Me too. I got a lot.
Oh,
many.
for real. For real. Are there any genres in particular that you tend to design or?
Yeah. So I actually you know like sort of side note,
Yeah.
I got into film stuff like the movie posters and all of that
Fun.
because of Game of Thrones. I
Oh,
long time ago
nice.
did like wallpaper art for Game of Thrones, and that's how I actually moved from Russia to US. Like
No way.
like one of the Hollywood
Wow.
companies invited me to work on Game of Thrones.
Dang.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Wild.
and
That's
then
really cool.
did the what do you call it? The House of Dragon key art is mine. So
Yeah.
and from there I think it's all
Nice.
started because like this fantasy looking stuff. So it starts
Yeah.
with fantasy, all the metal on black.
Yeah.
Then it also kind of forked in other directions like young adult or romantasy stuff. So anything in that genre is usually like like I'm there.
Nice. Anything with a good amount of world building and things that don't exist, probably.
Yeah. If you need a sword or crown, I mean, girl.
She got pre-mades ready. No, just
Yeah.
I wish like you know like I actually started 3D printing stuff recently, and
cool. Nice.
I want to 3D print so many of the book cover elements because
that'd
like
be
you actually
wild.
build them, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why
Yeah.
not to 3D print this crown I built?
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
cool.
That would be
That would be like a
wild.
fun little way like to like showcase like another portion of like the way you do your art too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
really
also,
awesome.
what a cool idea for authors to look into. Like, if they had the budget to do like 3D printed pieces of their book cover, like, what a cool marketing strategy that could be of like, crown. Like, you've got a crown that's the book cover crown or whatever. You've got the sword. It's the, it's the book cover sword, whatever.
You are thinking like a marketing person. I'm like,
She always is.
I couldn't 3D print it.
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
that'll work for ours, unfortunately, our book cover idea. But
3D
it's
print some hands.
I think that'd be super fun.
Some body
Don't
parts.
tell anybody. Well, I mean, it is zombie stuff, so it could work.
A bike. We'll 3D print a little bike.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah.
Make it a Christmas ornament with the trailer and everybody on it.
That's perfect.
All right, we're devolving too much on
Okay,
this.
sorry.
That's fine.
So, what are some, I guess, design trends that you're, that you're already noticing for going into the new year?
Well, that's a great question. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say two answers on that. First,
Okay.
not like anti-AI, but opposite of AI. So, and there's
Mhm.
quite a bit of anti-AI sentiment. Like I
Yeah.
thought as soon as AI came out, I was like, okay, I'm done. My work is
Oh.
my work here is done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But that actually did not happen. I so far have, like I would say even more requests,
Wow.
Oh,
which
good.
is surprising.
Nice. Yeah.
And so many contracts now have no AI, so people
Nice.
actually,
Nice.
yeah. But I see quite a bit of AI covers out there, and
Mhm.
Lauren, we talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah.
It's very tricky, right?
Mhm.
You see AI cover, and you immediately kind of think, okay, is AI used in writing? Because like I don't want to read AI.
Yeah.
Um, I think so. Anything moving away from AI is trend or becoming a trend. Like
Okay.
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
much either more like leaning into human-made or more design-oriented, like bold, like simplified, rather
Okay.
than overcomplicated, more like
Okay.
graphic.
Nice.
Or like for example, ornamental stuff, which is like you can say that lots of care went into that particular cover. Like AI would not do that.
Definitely
Yeah.
no AI involved. It's not that fancy yet.
And I feel like if you're an independent artist, like AI cover is still better than no cover because I like as a reader, like I sometimes like I do not read like books from where there's no covers, but for example, I
Yeah.
sometimes read comics, and if comic
Nice.
has
Nice.
no cover, you're like
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
so I think some kind of visual representation is still very important, but I feel like if you can step away from very like out of the box, hey, Nana Banana, make me a cover of this. Like if you can at least step away from it,
Yeah.
it's great for indie writers.
Yeah.
But yeah, in traditional publishing, anything I think moving away from that AI look is
Yeah.
trend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I see another trend is like fancy printing. Like
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, like I think maybe it's
Interesting.
because it's Instagram and unpacking and showing how nice your book looks, and it's also like you
Yeah.
get so much advantage in the bookstores, but like lots of printed edges,
Oh.
Yeah. I have
The
noticed
sprayed
that one
edges.
too.
sprayed edges. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big
Yeah.
trend, like foil embossing, like going
Yeah.
all crazy about this like very collectible look. So
Yeah.
I feel like those are two trends right now.
The age of the
Okay.
collectible book. Oof.
Oh.
Or the year of the collectible book.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. Like I was trying to buy a book recently, and I thought I wanted it because of the cover. And then I started looking at Amazon, and it still had an old cover. So I did not end up buying the book because
Oh,
I did not
interesting.
like the cover. I wanted a nice cover.
Yeah.
If I'm buying a physical book, I want
Yeah.
it awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
the same way. I have a book collection right now that I got the first one and the pages were painted, and I always have to pre-order it. So I make sure I get the printed pages because they only do it for like a
Interesting.
select amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, creating scarcity.
Yep.
Marketing tactic.
They say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's
Well,
what everybody does.
yeah.
It's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
the bookshelf is a limited real
Yeah.
estate.
Yeah.
Like my
Well-
Kindle is endless, but my bookshelf space is limited. So I mean,
Don't tell my husband that. I keep telling him like have no limit. Just keep going. They're piled about this high now.
Yeah.
we move so often, and that
Mhm.
box of books is so freaking heavy.
So
Yes.
heavy.
Yes. Okay, here's a really funny hack. This has nothing to do with book cover design. So if you're only here for book cover design, fast forward for, 15 seconds. So one trick that I found, because I moved around a lot for a period of time, is that I bought IKEA crates and I put my books in them, and then I stacked the IKEA crates on each other. And I actually made a bed frame for my bed out of the IKEA crates with the books in them. But when
There
you
you
go to
go.
move, you just flip the crate over and then you stack the next crate on top and the next crate on top. And it's just like, it's about the same size as a small moving box from Home Depot, which is about as many books as you should ever put in one container. A small Home Depot box.
Yeah, I
But,
learned that the hard
yeah.
way.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, same.
Oh. Yeah, we
Oh.
moved when we moved recently. I have so many books. But when we moved recently, I had a really big box, and it was the large
Oh
Home Depot
no.
box, not the
Oh no.
and I filled it to the top with books. And I went to pick it up, and I
No.
threw out my back.
Oh no.
No. You have to go with smaller boxes for books because
Yeah.
it's just impossible to move.
No,
They're
for
so
real.
heavy.
That, or you've got to call some like movers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you throw out your bag.
I had to get a bunch of firefighters to do mine for my roommate.
I mean, I guess that's one way to get firefighters to come around, but
There you go. Life hack for all you single ladies out there.
oh man. They're gonna have to fast forward like 45 seconds on this one.
Sorry.
No, this is great. I love it.
I'm having a real emergency here.
Yeah.
Please, I need my books moved.
I'm having a book emergency.
They're the most important thing that is
They
moving
are.
with me.
They pretty much are, hands down.
Honestly. Yeah.
Do you know how many books you have in your library?
Oh no, I don't. There's still enough boxes in the
They're
garage.
still in the box.
I'm trying to. It's hard. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
life
Yep.
is too unpredictable. We might be moving soon again, so I'm like, do I
gosh,
want
yeah.
to unbox it? I don't
Yep.
know.
Just a little bit closer east, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
I think Atlanta's a little closer to the east, so just come down this way.
Wait.
Southeast, right? From Nashville?
I don't know. Yeah.
I
Kind
don't
of
know.
that direction.
Geography.
I guess southeast, yeah, because
Yeah.
it spells we, right? West and east, we, and then
West is the left side. West coast, best coast.
yeah, so it spells we. West Coast, East Coast, W-E.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't listen.
I
I don't
didn't
know.
learn that one in elementary school.
I am dyslexic, so that's the only way I can think about how to remember which direction's which.
I had to learn left hand for driving,
Oh
L,
my god!
right
left
hand
and
over
right.
your flag.
Why is it
Yep.
so hard? I don't understand.
I have a friend who
I have
has
to.
him tattooed.
That's smart. That's smart. That's very smart. When I have to figure out left and right, I have to spell in my head. Not spell. Say it like I ride from left to right. Left.
Yep. There you
Yep.
go.
I'm gonna do the L thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know what's so funny though? Because I'll do this and then I'll be like, because I'll do it like this, right? I'll do the right
Yeah.
hand and I'm like, that is still an L shape. That
If
still
you're
looks like an L to me.
dyslexic. If you're dyslexic, it is an L.
This is really hard for me right now because it's also mirrored, so it's like doubly
Yes.
confusing. So
Yes. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
We're all just out of luck.
We'll
But we're
get there
ready
when
to
we get
drive in
there.
Europe.
There we go. That'd probably
Oh
be
my
worse,
gosh.
honestly.
Oh yeah, I don't want to try.
Uh,
I'd like to go there. I don't want to try and drive.
yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Well, we should probably
Oh,
get back
jeez.
on track. Our rabbit trails, though.
Yeah, gotta love the
Ugh.
rabbit trail. When authors are focusing on like their book and the competition to like their type of book. Is it better if they go with something that's like really similar to it, but also has something slightly different? Or is it better if they go like the vibe is the same, but it's extremely different?
I'm telling you, this is the biggest challenge you get.
Okay.
And I feel like if so much of it depends on the genre. Like,
Okay.
if I so to me, that's the challenge. You always want to be recognizable for your target audience. You don't want to step out so far that it's
Yeah.
just like, what is
Yeah.
this?
Right.
So it
Yeah.
still has to be like, oh, this is obviously sci-fi, or is it drama, or I feel like romantasy right now is so overdone that it's maybe a good idea to like, step outside of comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah.
But still, you want to
Fair.
like signal people that hey,
Yeah.
this is what you're going to read. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to stand out to a certain degree.
Okay.
And it's especially if you uh go more simple. Like I keep seeing that like more like
Yeah.
simpler graphic design is
Yeah.
now is like it just pops.
Okay.
Than like
Nice.
overly complicated design.
Nice.
I think it's a good goal. I think you should, if it goes through with the recognition of a genre, then you should be good. If you step away a little too far, I think
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
That makes
especially
sense.
not especially, but also always think about it like small format. Like how does it look when it's
Yeah.
small? Because
Okay.
most likely, as an indie writer, you will not be selling in a bookstore as often as on the internet. So, and
Yeah.
how does it compares
Yeah.
in the grid with all other books? So
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
actually great. That's great advice. Yeah, because I wouldn't even have thought about that, like to like think about it shrunk down too for the internet. So that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a
Man,
good.
you've
That's
given
good.
our listeners so much homework, Sasha. They gotta
Yeah.
go research their genre and look up book covers and
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. I
no,
love it.
like I mean, the best advice is just like look at your competition and bestsellers. Like
Yeah.
what are they doing? And
Okay.
and in terms of
Yeah.
also going back to advice in picking designer, good typography skills. Like I feel like the biggest no to me when I see bad typography, it could be like a gorgeous illustration, but typography is not good. It kind of immediately sinks the look.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
that's book cover illustrator tells
Yeah.
you, you know,
Yeah.
illustration is not that important. Good graphic design is much more important. Typography is everything.
Hey.
Just
It's
being
part
honest.
of the it's part of the book cover, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the feel of the book cover too. Like if it's depending on how you print it, if it's like a softer material. Like I know when we got our book printed, I was really surprised at how soft it felt.
Oh.
Like it doesn't feel like a traditional book cover, but I was like, this also feels like
Great.
a really great selling point.
Yeah.
So
It's velvety soft.
it's velvety.
Did you guys sell it in the store or was it on the online sales?
Online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through Amazon and KDP is where it's at right now. That may change down the road. We also didn't give ourselves enough runway for remarketing or anything. So the goal was more to tell the story than to tell a story that was commercially successful.
Oh, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you did not like one of the problems I run very often is like illustrator artists. Like you sometimes think so much about what you want to do and how to like promote it, how to sell it, how to like go like on the commercial side of it that it just stops you.
Yeah.
My this New Year's resolution is just to make things. Like I'm not going to think what I'm going to do with that next. I'm just going to make things.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like that a
I
lot.
think that's important for everybody to remember is just show up and have fun with it. And if you get to a point
Yeah.
where it's just a drag, unless you're doing it for work, right? Like, and you need
Yeah.
to show up. But
Yes,
like, you know,
show up for work. That's
there will be authors banging on your door.
I'm in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, just enjoy it while you get to create. You get to
Yeah.
create.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And I know I keep saying it, but your story is important. Like your story deserves to be told. So however you have to go about getting it out there so it can be told, it deserves it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to like making book covers and stuff or going with a cover designer, like there's also like what you were saying, Sasha, earlier about, book cover design. And if it's AI, it is a little bit of a turnoff because it makes you wonder up front, is there AI? Is it written AI? Or is there AI
Yeah.
prompt still in it? Or, is it something where I'm going to
Yeah.
be reading it and I'm just not going to be able to get into it because of the way the AI has written it just because of the cover. And so finding ways like using Canva or other different programs that offer you the ability to make something for free, even if it's like, and leaning into the simplicity of like making
Yeah.
something simple that's really good is more powerful than having a fancy but AI generated cover.
And
Yeah.
AI might be also just fine. Just like dive a little deeper than
Yeah.
just the first prompt. Maybe just going a little bit into like find yourself some unique references and try to get in there so it doesn't look like just out of the box AI. Though
Yeah.
my recommendation would be find a designer artist friend and make
Yeah.
a unique bespoke
Oh,
cover that will
nice.
be
Yeah.
good for everyone. But
Yes.
also even that costs money, so
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha, I don't know if you ever went to like design school or art school. I don't know if I ever asked you that, but if you did, was there any periods of time where people would come to you guys in school and ask for help with that kind of stuff? Was that part of your guys' curriculum at all if you did that?
I actually have an engineering degree in
Oh, no
industrial
way.
design, but it's
No way.
industrial design. Yeah, so I was taught how to do furniture and stuff. But
Oh,
That's
yeah,
cool.
but we
nice.
have we had classes on composition, typography,
Yeah.
color theory.
Oh,
So
fascinating.
yeah, all of that was part of that.
Oh,
And I mean, we did not have clients coming in school, but yeah, we've had some good assignments in there.
yeah. That's cool. Well, it
That's
just made
really
me
cool.
think of if people have art friends or if they know of art schools nearby, near where they live, maybe going in person and asking if there's students that are interested in doing something. If you're starting
Yeah.
out, if you have the money, pay somebody. Don't be a Scrooge. But, like, I get it. When you're starting out, you've got this many dollars and you're this many dollars in debt just getting the book published. So, like,
Yeah.
it takes some time.
Yeah, like to have some book cover done is better
Yeah.
than none. Like
Yeah.
maybe at some point when it's done you will revise it. But meanwhile it's
Yeah.
still something when you will send to
Yeah.
people, like it's there. I actually, so my husband teaches at film at TSU here.
Nice.
And on Thursday, every semester I go there and give them like presentation on design to his
Oh,
students.
fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it's actually a presentation on presentations. It's about like when you have an
Nice.
idea, you have to wrap it into some kind of
Yeah.
visual representation, and
Yeah.
it becomes tangible. When you send
I
it to your
love it.
clients, it's like, hey, this is not just my random written pitch. It's almost there. You see,
Yeah.
you see the image. So
Yeah.
I think it's the same with the cover and
I
for
love
book.
that.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
that's fun though. Yeah, it's
Thanks.
definitely important. Got to wrap the package up in a little bow, and that's kind of the cover
Yeah.
for a book is the bow.
But like we've said, a book cover is super valuable because it is your first impression with a brand new reader. And if you don't already
Yeah.
have an established audience who is just going to read your book anyway, like you need to be able to grab people's attention and be something that's interesting enough that they're like, oh, I'll grab that. Like if they saw it in a Barnes and Noble or any other bookstore, like would they actually stop and look at it? Or if they were scrolling through the library apps or if they're at the library, like would they actually stop in that genre with other books surrounding them in that genre?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's very good to know. I mean, the book cover's super important, and artists always deserve to be paid for their work.
Yes, we're very, very supportive of artists getting
Yes.
paid, even though we do not.
Oh no! Wait,
We
Yeah,
didn't think this one
just
through.
work for free. It's fine.
We do the podcast for the love of it.
there you go.
100%. It's fun for sure. If you have an answer for this, what are you currently reading, or what's on your TBR right now that you're excited to read?
So I think I am finally like overexhausted all the girly stuff. I'm like I need to
Take a break.
on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like need to finish all Brandon Sanderson. Still need like a Stormlight Archive
Yep.
last book. Need to get
Yeah.
through it. Picked up Red Wings.
Yeah. Okay.
And also been reading lots of actually financial books. I read Sorkin's 1929 was interesting.
Okay.
It's like everywhere now.
Yeah.
And got into Michael Lewis, Liar's Poker, and Big Short. And it's so
Oh, yeah.
refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so funny. He's
he?
wonderful.
Okay.
Yes, it's such a funny. Like it's not relatable topics, but the way he writes is hilarious. So yeah, I like to jump from like
Yeah.
I exhaust one area and then I'm like need to
Yeah. Yeah. I need something different.
I get that.
When
Yeah,
I'm
Darcy
done
does
with
that.
back to romantasy.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe by then our Zom rom-com will be out.
Hey, yeah.
It's not quite romantasy, but it's in the realm.
How far along are you guys? How what percentage wise?
LOL.
January's our development month. So
Yes.
all of the story outlines, character development, story development, emotional beats, that's all the focus of January. And then the writing will kick off in February. So I know.
Fun,
Yeah.
fun.
But Darcy's a
question-
beast when it comes to word count, so I'm not too
Okay,
worried
but-
about timeline.
But editing, like when
Oh.
it gets to editing.
We've actually got a pretty good flow that I think is going to work well. So I've
Yeah.
edited for other indie authors in the past, and
Nice.
so my process when I'm brought in early enough is that I'll go chapter by chapter as the author's writing and just leave big picture manuscript development edit notes on the side, and then they'll usually go back and rewrite as they write, and so it helps inform the rest of the story. And then by the time we get to like copy editing, they've got a pretty good handle on like their story and everything. So
I feel like having a like two people team on this is essential because I feel
Yeah.
like I did not write a book, but friends who do write books,
yeah,
editing seems to be the hardest thing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like it's to change what you thought already was done. It sounds really hard.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
Well,
did the
yeah.
Nostalgia of You, we did not have the proper timeline for editing. So we
No.
were doing like the world building editing on top of the actual storytelling editing on top of like the grammar editing. And it was
Yes.
very
Yeah.
intense in just 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. We
Whoa.
wrote the whole novella in what, 6 weeks?
Technically, after we did the pivot, we wrote the entire start to finish novella in 2 weeks.
How
And
many
then the
pages?
editing was 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
yeah.
pages?
How many pages? 120? No.
39. 139. It's
139.
42,000 words.
Yeah. So, but we decided we were going to give ourselves a legit runway this time.
Yeah. Because that was insane. I think the editing might have
was.
taken like an extra week and the writing might have taken so maybe 3 weeks for each thing. But
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
good luck. I believe it.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're not trying to do a book in 6 weeks. That's bonkers.
Do you guys
That's
have a name?
crazy.
For the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Unholy Vows.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good name.
Yeah. So I'm excited. And
It's
we have
gonna
an
be
idea for the
fun.
cover design actually that I don't want to say yet. Because I don't want it to change, but it
Like,
could change. You never know.
Teased it, and we're like, but I will not tell you.
I'll tell you when we're not recording.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Well, Darcy, you want to wrap us out?
I sure do. Well, thank you so much for
Oh, wait.
coming on.
Wait, we have to give Sasha
What?
space to share her profiles. My bad. Sorry, Sasha.
I was
That's
just
fine,
about
that's
to
fine.
ask that.
Oh, you were? Oh.
Yes.
No, I thought you were getting ready to say the thing and then close it.
No, no. I was gonna do the full wrap out of like,
All
you tell us where to find you, and then we'll tell you where to find us, and
Yeah, we
So,
didn't practice this one.
um,
That's my bad. I'm gonna take full responsibility of that one.
All right. So, Sasha, will you tell us where we can find you and any information on you?
Instagram. It's
Nice.
Mela Amori 2A. Yeah, and also maybe website sashavinogradova.com. That's it.
I love it. Nice.
There you
Nice.
go. You guys, listeners, you guys should go check out our work. And
Yes. Yeah.
check out our portfolio and everything.
Yeah. Your art design on Instagram is crazy. I think that's where I first found you, was on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, wow.
I need to get my portfolio out. I have so many books. I just like I'm just sitting on it. I just don't have
What?
time to.
Oh,
look
okay. All right. That's fair.
That's
That's fair.
understandable.
You're
That's
busy. You're too busy
understandable.
creating book covers to tell people all the book covers you've done.
Not a
Fair
bad problem to have.
No, not at
pretty
all.
I love it.
All right. Well, Lauren, where can they find us?
Yeah, so if you guys are on Instagram and YouTube, our channel is Misty Morning Stories. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, another channel is the Untitled Work in Podcast. So yeah, you can find us there. And if you guys want to shoot us over an email, send us some comments or thoughts. Our email address is untitledworkinpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much
coming.
for joining
This was
us.
so much fun.
Yes, this was wonderful.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. Talking books, yay!
Yay!
I'm glad you're not
And-
tired of it by now.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I will sign us out. So everybody, I'm throwing it in there because it annoys Lauren. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, everybody's a work in progress. It's a process. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.